had worked free for 244 years, any kind of economic base. And so emancipation of the Negro was really freedom for hunger. And when white Americans tell the Negro to lift himself by his own bootstraps, it's a cruel jest to say to a bootless man that he ought to lift himself by his own bootstraps.
I'm saying that the nation of Islam should evolve into what we call the realities temple of America. Even with all the oppression, we were accomplishing things far greater than the black and black have done. They've done very little, except bring you the teaching, the belief. Because that's all teachers is, I believe. We don't need to believe no more. We need to know.
Just keep it going. Just keep it going.
Last time we spoke about this, you said you were independent. I'm scared to get that job. It's another I'm on fire for 6 weeks. Well, we get the eyes off.
Because I keep it real.
It's hard to work. I'm busy now. So I'm still considering it.
Just keep it going.
Of course. None of those things up.
Court is back in session. Any gig on the signal? Yeah, this all over the distribution relaxations and massification. City control of Los Angeles.
Yes, I am.
This ain't one of those last days.
and I am also your soul brother. Number one.
Just keep it going.
You're arrested at Card Creation, you want a stack of black $20 bills on them. Exchange for a stolen truck. We thought it was a dead end. Not only that, the space inside the truck is pretty big.
Get a bowl out of that truck. I want to tackle everywhere they go.
Bro, you a genius. I ain't gonna lie. This is like, bro, you was a genius. I swear. You're gonna go down like Elijah Muhammad or Malcolm X with this. You finna go down in history with this. I swear to God, bro.
Well, I'm there, child. You know, we all there too.
Yeah, but bro, you know, you different, bro. I mean, to think of that. I mean, bro, this is genius. Like, I don't just say stuff just to be saying. Like, I swear to God, bro, you are really on something to come up with this. I don't know how you came up with this, but this is. How did you come up with that?
The Mississippi campaign represents everything that you claim that you want. The beginning of an all-black independent nation. The ability to control your own resources. Your politics. The law. Be able to do your own thing for a change. Create an economy. Create and produce goods that Africa or anybody on the planet would want. You think you don't want to do nothing. 3 hours talking about the Mississippi campaign.
Just keep it going.
Let's see, Tommy says, can you send a shout out to my platform, the Realities Temple on Earth Internet Ministry? Our theme this year is After Purge Crusade. Here's a shout out to your platform, Tommy. All the best to you guys will continue to stretch in perspective, to stretch in what is possible, and to continue to bring healing into the space of yourself and others.
Just keep it going. Just keep it going.
And you don't realize it. You don't realize that God has been in prison. The devil was able to imprison God. So right inside the old self, your God self has been in prison, and you have a false sense of self running rampant inside yourself. This is why you understand what I'm saying? You have to bring reality temple here on earth. Reality temple here on earth. We we have to realize the enemy is running rampant inside this temple.
And that is Brother Talik from the Reality Temples on Earth channel. And if you get a chance to subscribe, please do subscribe to his channel. He's a good brother. You know, he's doing good work and he wants to do good constructive things. He has good information to provide. So please do check out his channel if you get a chance.
My brother Angel Snubnub 7 at the Reality Symbol. And to give props to him, because I listened to all of Angel Snubnub 7's videos. I think that he comes from a different angle. And there's a powerful message in a lot of the videos that he put out, and I try to catch all of them. I look at him as a free thinker and a person that's willing to challenge those of which he don't agree with or which he may think differently from, and I really respect him for that. He's challenged KBS, and he has also challenged the Black supremacy movement as well. And I have nothing against that, because that which cannot be challenged cannot stand, and will not stand, and will not survive the test of time. How many challenges we can withstand will determine how long we will be able to stand.
Just keep it going.
Hey, bro, this is genius. Like, I don't just say stuff just to be saying. Like, I swear to God, bro, you are really on something to come up with this. I don't know how you came up with this, but this is... How did you come up with that?
Throughout the history of the United States, the construct of racism was created specifically to oppress black people, to try to suppress our determination to achieve liberation. Like Angela Davis said, it's built into the system. Nowadays I can't believe what's going on in front of me. I don't want to watch TV and find another casualty. I don't want to read the news. My heart's already black and blue. I'm putting on my combat boots, 'cause I got an attitude. We're like soldiers forced to fight a war. What the hell? I can't take it anymore. 'Cause for so long we've been patient, now we're done. Don't you even ask me when did I become such an angry black woman. We're just trying to get by. Tell me how long will we run? Or will we hide? We're losing young ones, hands in the air. We keep praying for a miracle, 'cause every day is a struggle. But as long as my brothers and my sisters are in trouble, goddamn, I'm a ABW. We can't successfully put an end to racial discrimination until we change the entire system. We've been trying to keep the peace 50 years since Martin King. Some don't like me for who I am, but I love my melody. Another future college grad sleeping in a body bag. Mother screaming out her lungs. She never gonna see her son. We're like soldiers forced to fight a war. What the hell? I can't take it anymore. 'Cause for so long we've been patient, now we're done. And don't you even ask me when did I become such an angry black woman. You're damn right, I'm a ABW.
Propositioning you to entertain just a lot of being in reality. And this is gonna hurt soul sisters and brothers because a lot of us cannot accept reality. I empower you to, for 1 year, to subscribe to the reality temple on earth. And at the end of 12 months, draw your conclusion of what have you learned in that amount of time. I empower you. You will never, ever, ever think, feel, or entertain nonsense ever again, period. I would like to see my soul sisters and brothers awaken. This requires time. You need to spend about a year watching, researching, and looking. Reality Temple on Earth is life-changing, and I stand on that.
Started, ride, let's get this party started quickly.
game begins in 3, 2, 1.
Peace forever and always, and welcome to another spontaneous broadcast of what we call the Reality's Temple on Earth Internet Ministry. I am the gatekeeper, host of this program, known here on social media. Wherever you may find me, I am known as the mighty Angel Snub 7. I am your soul brother, number one. We just want to come here live tonight to do a like a fireside chat, random topics. Just want to touch on some things, and then we're going to call it a night. Since this is random topics, join the conversation. The link is in the chat room. We are simulcasting on Reality's Temple on Earth Internet Ministry YouTube channel, Angel Snub 7 YouTube channel, and Reality's Temple on Earth Internet Ministry Facebook, and its affiliates. Those Facebook channels affiliated with us. We have like how many different topics I want to touch on? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 8. We're going to touch on like 8 random topics. Then we're going to get out of here. Now, it was last week. We had a special guest. And his name, he went by the name of Eric Farad Muhammad. And should he want to, he can always come back to talk to us. I have no problem with that. I think that it would be a waste of time. But if he wants to, he can do so. As always, we allow and give these guests plenty of time to explain and talk about what they wish to talk about. Now, during his talk, towards the end, he made some predictions or revelations, and he told us within the week there would be, he would cause an earthquake. And he had the power to cause a snowstorm. Now, any of you that are familiar with Nation of Islam teachings, what makes me, or what raises the question, how does a subordinate have these powers? And when Wallace Farad Muhammad was here himself, he did not say or claim to cause an earthquake or a snowstorm or nothing. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad, who is second to Wallace Farad Muhammad, he never claimed to cause an earthquake or a snowstorm or anything. Elijah Muhammad taught that God does these things. He doesn't. It's out of his, he don't have that kind of power, but God does. But Wallace Farad, who is the God, never claimed that he caused an earthquake or a snowstorm or controlled none of these things in nature when he was among us. But here's a subordinate way down the pipeline who don't even sound like he even was a member of the Nation of Islam, claiming that he's a future assassin, because that's exactly what he's doing. He's saying that Elijah Muhammad said in the future there will be some assassins, some killers. They would kill in the name of the messenger. They would kill, they would murder, they would assassin in the name of the messenger. And his number would be 7. And this subordinate has the power to cause earthquakes and mess with the CIA and FBI and never get arrested. All this incredible power, yet God himself and the messenger, both of them, never made such claims. Wallace Farad Muhammad did jail time. Elijah Muhammad did jail time. And this man has charges pending. You have all this power and you have charges pending. It does not make any sense. But in the mind of those who get caught up in insanity, they will always find a reason to make what is illogical, which is unreasonable, reasonable, and the illogical logical. It does not make any difference what evidence you present. It does not matter what you say. They're going to believe. So for me, it's a waste of my time when you see that somebody is going to believe whatever it is they believe, whether it's in Jesus or Muhammad or Yahweh, Yashara, or whatever, I'm an African, whatever these things these folks believe in, they're going to believe. There's nothing that you can say. And they will murder you. They will strike out because you don't believe what they say. They are dangerous people. and there are millions, but only a few will actually commit murder and become violent. So if you do a simple Google search, you will see that it is common in the state of Texas, also probably in California, and here in Missouri, because Missouri also sits on a fault. There are always tremors. There are always small earthquakes. And so he's going to say that he's shown his power because Texas had a earthquake. But it's common. And also you are being deceptive. Because you know when we say make an earthquake, we mean something big, something newsworthy. And show that you predicted it and you might have something to do with this earthquake. But what he's claiming is the regular, common earthquakes that happen in Texas. Look what I did. You ain't did nothing. But when you're dealing with folks like that, it doesn't make any difference. I did this. I done it. We let them believe, they're going to believe whatever. Now, there has been no snowstorm in the middle of summer. And I can guarantee you, as hot as it was today, people wouldn't mind a little snow. There's no reports of no snowstorm, no kind of cold, unless you way out up in the mountains somewhere. There's no reports of any snowstorm. And he's perfectly silent on that issue because he can't go on the news and try to find something to claim. So there's no snowstorms and there's no earthquakes. But again, these folks gonna believe whatever they want to believe. Now, to continue to support his belief, he posted these awards that he got from the mental health system. I already could guess that he's involved and caught up in mental health. And they are actually giving him a break, calling these officials, even calling the FBI with this insanity. I'm very shocked. But when you hear him talk about violence, he's not talking about violence towards the FBI or the CIA anyway. He's talking about violence against black people. So I guess they don't care. As long as he's not really bothering us, let him kill a few Negroes. But when he crossed that line, he's done. So they're used to his behavior. And of course your house is getting raided because you are threatening the mayor, you are threatening different types of people in government. Of course your house is being raided when you're making a threat against government officials. But you're not doing it in the name of the struggle. Your house is not raided like Fred Hampton and Mark Clark's house was raided, or what they did to Elijah Muhammad. You're making these accusations, you're making threats against government officials. So of course your house, because they don't know how crazy you really are. And then that Saturday, one of his friends actually called me from London, England, talking just as crazy, just as wacky. And the only thing I hear is criminal behavior. Smoking weed, drugs, and white women. That's what's coming out of the mouth of this one of his pals from London, England. White women, drugs, liquor. They're doing nothing as far as the struggle is concerned. And so, it's sad, but our people, humanity itself, so many millions are bogged down in acceptable insanity. These religious and spiritual beliefs that you did not get from God, you got it from a man. You discovered nothing. You was taught this and you believe that. And then when you're dealing with an unstable mind, then this teaching, this belief, feeds the insanity. And then he goes on to say, because he wants to feel like a big shot, he's close to Elijah Muhammad, he's close to his father is God himself, Wallace Farad Muhammad, and he wants to be a big shot. He is in the divine role. I'm the chosen. So he submits his YouTube channel and he talks about all the thousands of views that he gets. But when you go to his YouTube channel, which was uploaded in 2013, it has like 23,500 views since 2013. This is 2024. But he said, I don't need to lie. I get hundreds and thousands of views. Now, he did not say like me. I could sort of make a claim like that because I've had 100 channels taken down. And I could say I've had 300,000 views or more. I could make a claim like that. But when you have only one YouTube channel and it clearly says 23,000 views, 23,000 views is nothing close to 300,000. But we need to, and maybe he'll come up with some other, I'm talking about Facebook and other stuff, whatever. Yeah. No matter what you show people, they're going to believe it. So he's a perfect example. No matter what you show, no matter what you say, they're going to believe that insanity. There's no logic to the mind. They don't care nothing about common sense. They don't care nothing about reason. They're not analytical. They believe this. I want to be special. I'm the chosen. God chose me. Most folks don't say God chose me, but when you're dealing with these individuals and they are connected to the divine and God chose me, the potential that they can become physically dangerous, the probability is high. Because he said and he told us, I'm the chosen one, I'm the 7. It's amazing how this number 7 keeps popping up and stuff. The number 7. I was taught that 7 simply means the Genesis or the beginning. Not I'm a murderer, I'm an assassin, I'm a killer. It just means I represent something new, starting all over again. 7, I'm the beginning. I'm pretty sure you don't want to hear him rant anymore, so I really doubt that he would want to come back, and because he knows that no matter what he says, because your evidence is not supporting the things that you say, you're not bringing any evidence. You're not bringing nothing tangible so that we can say there's a possibility. It's just talk. His friend from London, England, I said, where's your evidence? Just talk. And then they post some stuff, and it does not support what they say. It's just, but again, I don't debate, folks, and I know people hate my guts because these people get very, very angry when you reject their belief, what they believe in, whether it's religion or spirituality. They don't want you to talk about you don't believe in astral projection and life after death and demons and gremlins and flying out your body. You never die. You just turn to some kind of energy and float around the universe. I don't know. I don't know. There was a very good video, and I wish I could find it, and I'm pretty sure I copied it on one of my channels that probably was destroyed. Somebody made an excellent video, and the title was, "Do you really want to live forever?" And they described how it would be to live forever. I wish I could find that video. But in the meantime, it's still summer. Maybe Eric Muhammad, the number 7 guy, maybe he will make a snowstorm real quick, or maybe he will make a real earthquake. I have no problem for it to be true. I'm not angry at you. If you can do those things, hey, cool. But when you can't, and it's very clear that you can't, it's like a person, I can make 30 points a game. I can make 30 points a game. And so they play for the whole year and barely make 5 points a game. But they want you to talk to them like they played the game. They was making 30 points a game, and they make up these excuses. No, you can't make no 30 points a game. You only can do 5. We've been playing for a whole year. And the only thing you can do is 5 or 6 points. Come on, let's get real. If I can make an earthquake, I would do it right now live. Here comes the earthquake. I have the power. Give me 5-10 minutes. I got an earthquake coming. When you really could do something. When you really could do something, you don't have to try to make excuses. You get the job done. And so now, this is my last month to live. Now he says that August is the last month for me to live, and Brother Khalil, because we pissed him off because we asked too many questions and we don't believe what he's talking about. So I want to say goodbye to everybody because this might be, hey, might be my last month to live. Because God says so. A subordinate has the power to kill me, but God himself can't. And Khalil, this is his last month also. Brother Khalil, it was nice knowing you, brother. We got in trouble with God. We won't be here in September. This is our last month to live. Now, 4 years ago, cancer did not kill me. And I asked my Soul Liberation Day talk. I asked God, if I'm doing something wrong and I am a detriment to this people, I want you to kill me. So who are you to tell me I'm going to die in August when I asked to die? I asked to be killed 4 years ago. I asked God, don't let me do Soul Liberation Day. Don't let me talk to the people no more. Move me out the way. Send me to the worms. And here I am. 4 years. Because apparently God wants me to talk. Apparently your God approved that I live. So if your God proved that I live and I asked your God to kill me, but God decided I'm going to let you live, who the hell are you to tell God that I'm going to die in August of 2024? And you're a subordinate. Because according to religious teaching, nothing happens without God's approval. So if I was even allowed to create this platform called the Realities Temple on Earth, then it has the blessing of God. Just like the devil exists by permission of the God for whatever reason. You said that God created everything, and it even says in the scriptures, God says, I create good and I create evil. I create both. But God's supposed to be good. How can evil come from a God that's good? Why would a good God, a peace-loving God, why would they want to bring into existence an enemy to themselves, an enemy to the life that they put on this earth? It makes no sense. That's why you have to believe. Because when you believe, you don't have to worry. It don't have to make sense. Just believe it. No matter how stupid, no matter how illogical, no matter how crazy it sounds, oh, Dad, I believe. Then, of course, the ever famous, our ancestors, they was crazy. Why do people always say, well, the ancestors believed in God? Who cares? Ancient people, the ancestors, they also believed in human sacrifice, drinking blood, all these kind of crazy rituals. We don't really know what a lot of them did. Why you want to copy them? Oh, there go my friend Angela Hines. How you doing there, Sister Angie? Glad to see you. Glad to see you. And also a shout out to Black Superman. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm not going to keep us long. I just want to do a little bit of random topics and get out of here. Another angel. I'm fine. I'm fine so far. In fact, I'm having a little weight problem for me. I'm 20 pounds over what I really would like to be, but as far as my doctors is concerned, that's good. Because a cancer patient loses weight. Next thing you know, they dead. So if I'm gaining weight and I need to control my weight, then apparently my health, I'm doing pretty well. Because usually when folks who have been diagnosed with cancer, you start seeing them lose weight, then they become a skeleton in their face. Next thing you know, they're gone. It was a sister that just passed away. I think she was 49 years old. She was an actor on that old television program, Mad TV. 49 years old. I don't think that you believe in God. Because if you believed in God and God approves everything, that means God approved me. Tracy said, them Pepsi Colas and chocolate chip cookies keep me overweight. Woo! You know something, Tracy? I don't drink Pepsi sodas, but I do love chocolate chip cookies. I have to not buy them. If I bring them to the house, they're gonna get ate. So I just have to buy a small pack now and then, or I bake them myself now and then. I will blow up for real. I blow up. And I've cut back. I don't eat a lot of fried foods like I used to. And this is my favorite time of the year. A lot of watermelon, plums, peaches, a lot of fresh vegetables. I love this time of the year. You know, no potato chips, French fries, all that type of stuff. Cut back on all that kind of crap. And that's what's amazing is I still get, how can you eat watermelon every day for weeks and you do a lot of, urinating because it's watermelon, but you still gaining this weight? I don't understand it. I don't care. I'm not going to trip off of it. And I go on my walks, I run, but this weight, I guess it's just the old age spread, they say. I guess, I don't know. But I'm done talking about this number 7, this guy. I'm done with that. I want to talk about, try to put this in some kind of order. There are those, and I'm glad to see everybody here on the live. I've been on YouTube since 2007. I've seen people come. I've seen people go. No big deal. I don't know why there are some folks, because they get angry, they get mad, upset, or whatever. I don't know why they believe that the soul train won't keep rolling. Especially when you didn't do nothing for me anyway. You don't do nothing for me, so you're just a listener. I'm just your entertainment. I don't want to be an entertainer, but I'm just your entertainment. So they get angry, they get upset, and they leave and get mad or whatever, and they go around and they try to slander your name. Who knows how many times I've been through this since 2007. The people here now was not here in 2007 or 2008 or whatever. Very few. Very few can go back to 2007, 2009. When I left the Nation of Islam, I already knew that's not going to stop Louis Farrakhan. I know that Louis Farrakhan is going to keep rolling. But you're going to roll without me. I'm not going to give you free labor. I'm not going to give you free money. I'm done. Now for me, because I helped Louis Farrakhan for almost 9 years, I earned the right, because I helped him for 9 years. So I earned the right to say whatever the hell. It don't have nothing to do with jealousy, has nothing to do with hate. I earned the right to say whatever the hell I want to say, because I got 9 years. All these new suckers, if it wasn't for people like me, you wouldn't have nothing. Because I was doing the work. I was sacrificing. So you could be an insane clown like I was. Taken advantage of like I was. Now you happy to be Farrakhan's slave. But when you sit back and you ain't done nothing for nobody, and you have the nerve to get angry and upset over something, I'm just your entertainment. What the hell you getting angry at me for? The same way you subscribe, the same way you can unsubscribe. I won't even miss you. Been doing this since 2007. So what? Now the hypocritical thing that gets me, there's people that come to your channel or support Operation Exodus, Mississippi, Angel Snuffing Up 7 is this, but come on my channel and cheerlead, and you really don't give a damn about Operation Exodus. You really don't give a damn about nothing like that. I don't understand it. And then I would see you in other chat rooms making comments. But you know how I talk, and you cheerleading somebody. I mean, what do you believe in? There are those who don't stand for nothing. They don't stand for nothing. So I guess what are you tripping off? Somebody giving you some kind of attention because you cheerleading for them. I don't need you to cheerlead for me. Since I've had my channels, nobody cheerlead, nobody defend me in these scrapes. People usually just sit back in the cut because they know I can handle it myself. I don't need your help like that. There's no comments in the comment section. What is there to comment on? What is there you got to talk about? That's the way it's always been. Why you want to come here and cheerlead me and talk about support Mississippi campaign, and you don't? It's just words. I don't like that. When I say I support Louis Farrakhan. And I joined Louis Farrakhan. And I worked with Louis Farrakhan for 9 years. That's support. Give my time. Give my money. That's support. Listening to a YouTube video and then going down to the liquor store, that's not support. Stop being hypocritical. I'm nothing but entertainment. So treat me as entertainment. Because you're not serious about me like that. I'm just somebody who you like to hear talk. And then you want me to get into some beefs because you like that drama. You like arguing and bickering and debating. That's entertainment for you. You like that. You're not serious about nothing. But let me tell you something. If you live long enough, you're going to feel sorry that you treated me like an entertainer. You're going to feel sorry. And I might not be around, but that little voice, my voice still going to be in your ear. I told you so. Idiots. So, I'm looking at the people themselves. Black folks is at their best. This is election year. This election year, and black folks, y'all, we really get into it, election year. Because you feel as though you part of this. And even prior to election year, sometimes I just sit on the parking lot in the neighborhood and just look at black folks. I watch them come out of the church, coming out the grocery store. You hear the conversations and things, because you know we talk loud. And you got all these YouTube channels and people got all their opinions and ideas and blah, blah, blah. We really think we part of all this. There was a brother, Cool Cutter, when he got angry and mad and upset, of course. Ain't nobody listening to you. Now, mind you, ain't nobody listening to me, but this man has known me since 2009, and then I forgot all about him. He saw me in the truck stop, still remember who the hell I was. But nobody listened to me. Apparently, whatever it is that I influenced you, you still remember me, because I didn't know who the hell you was. Who are you? But nobody listening. No, you might not want to act upon. You might not want to act upon, and you disagree. Because the things that I say require work. The things that I say require you being real, and you're not real. So of course you would have a problem with what I say, because you want to get drunk, you want to believe in spooks, ghosts and goblins and all this nonsense, of course. But I'm a memorable fella, and I don't change that much. I always, well, not now, but back in the day, not too long ago, whenever I used to go back through town, people always, I know who you are. Don't you remember me? I don't know who you are. I don't know. But I'm always memorable. I don't know why I'm always memorable. And like I said, I really don't change that much. But he told me, ain't nobody listening to you. So basically, he's telling me to shut up, because ain't nobody listening to you. Ain't that garbage. Ain't nobody listening to you either. And even our big boys, ain't nobody listening to you. Ain't nobody listening to Tariq Nasheed. Ain't nobody listening to Sonetta. Ain't nobody listening to Louis Farrakhan. Ain't nobody listening, because if they was listening, then you would cause change in them. And that change will cause something tangible to come into existence. Louis Farrakhan ain't brought nothing tangible. Tariq Nasheed ain't brought nothing tangible. Young Pharaoh, Brother Polite, Sonetta TV, all these folks, you can put them all together, ain't produced a damn thing. So I'm fine. When you tell me ain't nobody listening to me, I'm fine. But it's embarrassing when you have thousands, hundreds of people that you claim somebody's listening to you and you can't produce a damn thing. We as a people in this nation has not produced nothing, added nothing to the civil rights movement, to the civil rights games, added nothing. Over 50 years, you should be embarrassed. You should be embarrassed, but you're not. Because you're comfortable in the crumbs. And you think you finally made it. I got my piece of the pie. But you didn't bake the pie. You got a piece and you getting a piece of a pie that somebody else baked. You helped them with the pie. And it took you over 300 years to get a piece of pie. How embarrassing. And you didn't teach your children a damn thing. The seriousness of your situation. Now they're comfortable with a piece instead of I want to make my own pie. No, you asked me for a piece of my pie. I done ate your nasty ass pie. I can bake and make my own pie. They should be asking you for a piece of your pie. That's what they should be doing. But you're comfortable in this. So it's easy for you to go all over YouTube, listen to all the different confusion. I like so-and-so, I like blah, 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 blah. A confused mind because you don't stand for nothing. If the people that really talk about I support Umar Johnson, it's enough of those people. This man should have had a school long time ago. No, because no, they see ain't nothing happening, and they might give a little bit, but they won't give until the job get done. Because they don't really see nothing happening, but they're not going to tell you that. But you can ask Umar Johnson. He'll tell you how the donations slowed down a whole lot. This man should have been had a school. Because you support him. No, Umar Johnson is an entertainer. Louis Farrakhan, all of us out here is entertainment. We're entertainers because you're not suffering like they did in the 1950s, 1930s. They couldn't take it no more. Our people was getting lynched. Our people was suffering every day. They was living under Jim Crow, under the threat of death every day. You don't live that way. So you don't take life serious. So they had no choice but to rise. But you live comfortable. And you pretend like you're like Dr. King or Malcolm and our people back in the 19th. You pretend. But you're not real. Because you're comfortable with your degree. You're comfortable with the scraps. You're comfortable with the little. You're comfortable being the Pharaoh Mandingo slave that you are in this nation. You're comfortable. And you're not really willing to fight to get really what's yours. So you got to go and march like Tariq Nasheed took his people. We got to go up here and march. And they don't even pay attention to that no more. Now, if you want to march, you can march for our sister that was just murdered, Sonya Massey. Is that how you pronounce it, Massey? Of course she's black. Wow. I introduced the Mississippi campaign in 2018. This is 2024. We could actually be in control of a state. There will be no need for Benjamin Crump or any of these other ambulance chasers to represent Sonya Massey's family or any of our people gunned down the street, known and unknown, because they will have a state that will come and back them up. The only thing that he can do is get the family a little bit of, no, we want justice. Real justice. And if you can't give our citizens, because she would be a citizen of our state, regardless of where you live, then they're going to have to treat us differently, because as a state, you got some kind of power and influence. In fact, we should be in the same position like these Native American people. On their reservations, they have their own justice system. And we should have the same thing. We should bring these criminals into our system and try them in our system. This is not to say we're going to be unjust. No, you're going to get tried. You're going to be tried fairly. But we are the ones that should be able to do that. Then we cry when these killers, when these murderers get off. Well, what you expect? You don't control nothing. You don't run nothing. What was the last words of Sister Sonya Massey? I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. And almost as soon as she said that wicked man shot her in the head. Why couldn't you shoot the pot with the hot water? Why you couldn't shoot that? Shoot her in the leg. Why you had to shoot her in the head? Look how far away he was. There's no way that water, even if she threw it, there's no way the water could reach him like that. He already had his gun pointed out. He already had the upper hand. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. So we see once again how Jesus fails. All those bombs dropping. I believe 30, 40 Palestinians was killed today. Where is Allah? Where is Jesus? Where is all this stuff? Where is Eric Muhammad? Aren't those Palestinians your Muslim brothers and sisters? Why aren't you helping them? Talk about killing me, talk about killing Khalil. Why don't you help some Muslims that's dying all over the earth? It don't make any sense. Now, you can kill me, and you can kill Khalil, but you can't kill the FBI. Going back to this guy that talking about he got all this power of God. He can kill me, he can kill Khalil, but he can't kill the FBI, the CIA. He can't blow up. I'm not gonna say that. Might mess around. The White House might say, "Hey, somebody's making a threat." You know how these folk they know how to make up stuff. Hey, this guy with this YouTube channel, 10 subscribers and 10 views, made a threat against the White House. You can kill Master Farah Muhammad, Wallace Farah Muhammad. The teachings is he came to North America and he was willing to walk, to climb a mountain 40 miles high just to save one black person. But you want to kill him. But you won't kill. You got all this power and don't do nothing against the enemy. You wish death on Malcolm X and didn't do nothing about the police that murdered Muslims starting in 1962 or prior. Didn't do nothing. But Malcolm got to die. What kind of stuff is that? If anything, if I had any kind of power, the real enemy comes first. All y'all little fellas, I'll get to you later, but I'm gonna have to deal with the big boys. No, you cowards, you threaten black folks. Soul brothers and sisters. I'm gonna kill Snup, I'm gonna kill Khalil, but you're not gonna mess with the FBI and the people that raided your house. I did not raid your house. I did not put charges on you. I did not lock you up. You got this power, but won't do nothing against the people that actually hurt you. I don't have to believe what you're talking about. Khalil don't have to believe what you're talking about. There's many people. I've been on social media since 2007. I never get angry. And I've never gotten angry at nobody because they disbelieve in what I talk about. I've never called you stupid. I never called people stupid on none of these things because you have the right. I also understand where your mind is at. I don't expect you to be like me. In order for me to come up out of that bondage, I had to get locked up in the crazy house for 10 years. That's what broke me up out of spirituality. That's what broke me up out of all this believing in God and all this baloney that we've been taught. I had to go to the crazy house because that was the ultimate test. No devil, no God, no spirits, nothing come to help me because they don't exist. And as soon as I realized that, and I had to understand, I had to depend on myself, things start changing for me. Things started moving. Because those things have no power, and Eric Muhammad don't have no power. If I die right now, he'll take the credit. I told you, that's my power. Then they'll tell you I died from cancer. How do you have the power, sir? When we know that I had cancer way back in 2020. But he'll take the credit. A deceiver and a liar. Now, here's the chance. There's a lot of people a lot of black men, there's a lot of pro-black, blackity black. They hate on Black Lives Matter. Oh, Black Lives Matter was started by some lesbians. Oh, those women in Black Lives Matter, they get their money from rich white folks. They lesbians. They spend the money for themselves. Your leaders do the same damn thing. Even going back to Marcus Garvey. Marcus Garvey took money and trinkets from white supremacists. Elijah Muhammad did too. And towards the end of the Black Panther Party, they was dating white women and doing the same damn thing. So what the hell are you talking about? These haters. Well, here's your opportunity. Because now we have a new victim, a woman, Sonya Massey. Since you're better and you're smarter and can do things better than Black Lives Matter, here's your opportunity. You can use Sonya Massey. Now, let's see what you can do. What you gonna change? What you gonna do? Nothing. You hating on these women. These women took Black Lives Matter and took it international around them. Even had white folks. Even had white folks involved in Black Lives Matter all over the world. You just a bunch of haters. If you know better and you smarter, here's your opportunity. Let's do it. You ain't gonna do nothing. I hate haters. And why shouldn't you take money from white folks? They take money from us every damn day. I hate hearing that garbage. Umar Johnson, I want a black school. I ain't taking no money. They take money from us every day. Everything we buy, we have to pay taxes on. When you put gas in your car, that's taxes that you gotta pay. You buy their magazines. You getting YouTube money. That come from them. If it wasn't for YouTube, your ass wouldn't even, nobody would even know nothing about your ass. I don't take that from white folk. I don't take that from white people. That's the most stupidest, dumbest ass thing I ever heard in my life. And they take from us. They've been taking from us for 400 damn years. That's stupid. You can take from them just like they took from us. And we all take from each other all over the earth. You give me a little bit of this and I give you a little bit of that. That's what you call world commerce. And that's unless you plan on creating some kind of country and you don't have to associate with nobody on the earth. But you want to associate, you talking, you want to be African. But they ain't giving you nothing. Umar Johnson talking all this African stuff. One of those countries can easily give him the land, give him a spot, and build that school. With American money, probably with the money that Umar Johnson has right now, he could easily build that in Africa. Easily. These folks don't make any sense. And if it don't make sense, it's not true. So we go on. These guys not going to do anything. In the next few weeks or whatever, nobody won't say nothing about Sonya Massey. Just like they don't say nothing, they don't talk about George Floyd no more. Once you're dead, once you go to prison, matter of fact, that made me remind me, I got a letter from our brother Natural Tahuti, who used to be on Sanetta's platform, and I got a letter, and he said it's possible that via the phone. He can talk to us from prison. So if we can set that up, I'm going to have... Now, you would think that Sonya would keep in touch with him. That would be going on with him over there on the Sonya side. Out of sight, out of mind. You're in prison. I can't use you no more. Boom. You know, you can't go to debate you in prison. Blah, blah, blah. I treat Nacho Tahuti like a brother because he was kind to me. And he had respect for me. It's a shame those who supposed to have been riding with him, now that he's locked up, out of sight, out of mind. See, when things happen to you, woo! When things happen to you, you find out who your real friends are. And here I am. I wasn't part of the House of Consciousness. I'm talking reverse. But the one who actually show you some support when you go to prison is Angel Snubbing Up 7. Ain't that something? And only talk to him one time. It's not like we talk every week or every month or something like that. We only talk one time. But I remember when I talked to him, I said, you might not know who I am. He said, yes, we do. I know who you are. And we had a good conversation. I don't forget people that's kind to me. I don't forget people who treat me with respect. I will always think about you, and I will give you that respect back. I will be in your corner. He believes that the black woman is God. I don't believe in God at all. But that's my brother. And I will ride with my brother. We all in the same similar circumstance. I'm not trying to get over on nobody. I want us to get out of this condition once and for all. The reality is, these people are for themselves. If we actually got out of the situation, what they gonna do? This is how they make their money. These ambulance chasers, they make their money on death, on black death. These pro-blacks make their money, they make their living off pro-blackness. If you take it all away, what they gonna teach? They can't sell their books, they can't, what they gonna do? So they gotta keep it going. They can't solve the problem. And they want to control. Now you see, they can't do nothing. They're not doing nothing with what they got. But they want to control everything. Well, I can't control now. I ain't gonna do nothing. It's so childish. It reminds me of people because they can't control the game. You can't play with my basketball. That's how these people do it. I can't control it. I can't play with my basketball. They childish. We're childish folks. Silly. So I know why you don't like me. I'm too old for these games. These folks trying to teach me. What the hell you gonna teach me? I've been around this garbage for over 40-some years. What you gonna teach me? I done heard it all. You ain't doing no more than the suckers did 40 years ago. And many of you weren't even born. You know, try to teach me. Then they look stupid trying to teach me. I already know what you're talking about. And more. I'm not going back to kindergarten class. I've been there, done that. So we have this Caucasian chief of this police department in the Sonya Massey case. And he's pretending, well, they fired the police officer that killed her, that murdered her. He's trying to apologize like, you know, I wish this didn't happen, blah, blah, blah. This is the reality. See, this is the reality, sir. Now, this guy, he has DUIs. He also has insubordination problems in the police department and in other law enforcement. He has a history of messing up. How the hell did he become a police officer? Let's keep it real. If I had that man's record, there's no way the hell they would hire me. First of all, I'm black. Then if I had that record, they'd give me a bunch of problems. The reason why, as messed up as he was, because he's Caucasian. And they give Caucasian people a pass, even when they messed up. I wouldn't be shocked if that sucker that killed Michael Brown, I wouldn't be shocked if he's a police officer somewhere. They give each other a pass, no matter how messed up they are. It's Caucasian truck drivers right now with messed up records, just a time bomb waiting to go off. Because they shouldn't be behind the wheel. But they'll get a pass because another white company will give their brothers and their sisters an opportunity. Give them a pass. And a lot of times on the news, when you hear about these truck driving accidents, they go back to the record. Why was this guy on the road? They let white people out of jail, then they go out and kill somebody. Why was that person out of jail? They dropped the ball. They didn't drop the ball. That's how it is in the system. You have white privilege. And they might pass up some Caucasian people, but they will hire those with messed up records. They would do that. They help their brothers and sisters. Unlike us, our record can be clean, and black folks won't help black people get jobs and get help. You will do your best to destroy. How does it hurt your channel? We're not talking about my personal view. We're talking about something like the Mississippi campaign. How does it hurt your channel for me to come and explain to your audience, whether they embrace it or not? How does it hurt you to allow me to have that time and talk to the audience? They don't talk on my channel. It's all about me, me. Can I put an article about the Mississippi campaign in the Final Call newspaper? They're not going to do that. I already know. That's why I didn't even try. You don't like Minister Farrakhan? What they got to do with anything? I don't have to like Minister Farrakhan. I don't have to like the publisher of the St. Louis Post-Dispatch to put an article in. What they have to do with anything? I thought the paper was supposed to represent the people. I'm the people, right? I'm not challenging your religion. I'm not challenging your faith. I'm talking about a political movement. No different than what's going on right now. Republicans and Democrats, blah, blah, blah. We're selfish. But white folks will hire each other knowing they might murder somebody with a truck or with a firearm. They help, whether they strangers or family. They help each other like that. Then these suckers will turn around, support black business. Get the hell out of my face. Most of these black businesses don't even support black people. Don't even give a turkey out every year. You support black business, they don't even give out turkey. They don't even feed our homeless. We shouldn't even have no homeless people. Our people should have a place to go. Support you to do what? So they can get rich. Well, you know, our company made $500 million last year. What did you talk about? Other people in the community, black folks, these black businesses don't do a damn thing in the black community. What the hell y'all talking about? They don't. And most of them that do give you chump change. So they can go to the Olympics in Paris. That's what they want to do. They want to keep up with the white folks. You know, keep up like you want to keep up with the Joneses. We as a people, we want to keep up with the white folks. We want to be white. All our people, they want to be white. Y'all want to be white folks. But that's the reality. Because that's who and what we are. We're nothing but them with dark skin. You can call yourself an African. You can call yourself an Indian. You can call yourself whatever the hell you want to. We're nothing but them with dark skin. You act like them. You talk like them. You walk like them. You think like them. We're nothing but them. You can fool yourself, but you can't fool reality. And wherever you go on the earth, they're going to call you an American. They're going to call you a white man. Because that's what you are. So it's white privileges. So it's no shock to me. I see it and hear it all the time. These Caucasian people should not be behind the wheel of a car. They shouldn't be a police officer. But their brothers and sisters will hire them. That's why, sir, if you be truthful, you didn't give a damn because he white. If he was black, chances are you go through the records. Well, you did this. I don't think that you would fit in with our, with our organization. But you white. Come on, boy. And they knew it. They knew what they had. He won't resign. I've been here for 40 years. I try to be good to the people. All the people here. I've been elected sheriff for 40 years here, whatever he was talking about. Yeah. Fake ass folks. Fake ass people. Then something happens to expose them. Like black folks, something always happened to us, we get a reality check. It don't change nothing. We still gonna be the nigga. We still gonna be the lovely Negro we are, regardless we just feel embarrassed for a few minutes. Like Oprah, when they thought she was a shoplifter over there in one of them countries. Thought she was a shoplifter. Will Smith got pulled over by a police officer. They just shake it off. You know, all these folks, they get a reality check. But it don't make no difference. They just shrug it off and keep rolling like nothing happened. They know. And so here we are, election year. I'm going to vote for Trump. I'm going to vote for Harris or whatever. We all know the Electoral College chooses the president. The popular vote does not count. What's his name? What's his name? A few years ago, he won the popular vote. But George Bush Jr. won the Electoral College. Matter of fact, I believe that Hillary Clinton won the popular vote, but so-and-so, whoever, I forgot who she was up against, they won. The Electoral College chooses the president, not you. And most of you, you're not educated voters anyway. You vote based on emotion. You really don't vote. Most people don't vote on research. They haven't researched a damn thing. They go by popularity, who has the most campaign ads and all this other foolishness. You really don't know these people. Because if you really, I know there's people that don't like Donald Trump, but Trump is not as bad as you think. You really don't know about Trump like that. And it's things about Harris we really don't know. We don't know. Nobody really do no research on nothing. It's a popularity contest. So the government says you too damn stupid to choose a president, so we put that in the hands of the Electoral College. And the Electoral College might be influenced by these dumbasses that can't choose a president. That's not me. That's how it go. The Electoral College chooses the president. You feel as though you're part of something. You go to these rallies, you listen to these speeches, and your vote, all this vote don't mean a damn thing. You're not part of the Electoral College. You have a delusional sense of belonging. Now, with all this going on, you would think that Louis Farrakhan would be saying something about the election. He would be saying something about the Sonya Massey case. Now, to my knowledge, I haven't heard the Nation of Islam really for the last few months, really after Savior's Day, really don't hear too much about the Nation of Islam. I don't really see any videos from, I haven't seen nothing from Wesley Muhammad, Nuri Muhammad. I know Brother Ben, he keeps putting these, rebroadcast Farrakhan's messages. He trying to get rich. He's a capitalist, trying to scam people out of, running this Ponzi scheme crap so he can make money to buy his mama another house. That's all he interested in. But you really don't hear nothing about Farrakhan like that. Well, the reality is, he's a sickly old man, and he's probably so out of it, he can't do it. See, Louis Farrakhan is one of those people that love the limelight. If you don't see them in the public, they love people clapping and praising. They love that. So this is a perfect time to come out in the public and talk about Sonya, Massey, and Donald Trump and Harris, get you some shine. And you don't see Farrakhan? It's probably because he's too sick. He said that he has no internal organs. They had to remove all that. He has a, what they call it, a colostomy bag. And see, for me, I don't know why people think I hate Louis Farrakhan or whatever. If it was not for Louis Farrakhan, I wouldn't be talking to you right now. That's the reality of it. And when I was a young man, Farrakhan was the best thing going. When I was a young boy. If it wasn't for Louis Farrakhan, all this Moorish Science Temple and the Israelite, all that stuff, nobody wouldn't care and know about none of that stuff. Farrakhan and the popularity of Farrakhan was the one that start bringing all Egyptology and Kemet. All this stuff is because of what Farrakhan was doing. I know, I saw it with my own eyes. Nobody was caring about all this stuff. It was there, but nobody cared nothing about it until Farrakhan started getting notoriety. Then these other people start coming out of the woodworks. After the Nation of Islam died in 1975, the only one who was really out here was Jesse Jackson, and you might have Al Sharpton. It was dead. I know, I lived it, I saw it, I lived it. That's why on these old black television shows, they always would mention Jesse Jackson. They might talk about Al Sharpton now and then, but it was basically the only one that was really, really active was Jesse Jackson. Then there was another brother named Vernon Jordan. I think he was the president of the NAACP or one of these other organizations that nobody that probably was disorganized too. I don't know, but nothing really was going on till Farrakhan started coming up with his talk. Farrakhan in the beginning was fire. Y'all just see, I lived it. This Farrakhan is nothing like Farrakhan in 1981, 82, the 80s, and the early 90s. I don't know who this guy is. Well, first of all, you have to understand this. When you start getting older, the fire starts going out. You don't want to go to jail. You don't want to talk no crap. I'm too old to be going to jail. You just want to try to keep things to a certain point so you can live in peace and die peacefully. You don't want to die in prison. Farrakhan talk a lot of crap. He knows what line not to cross. Because he don't want to go to jail. I'm too old to be trying to go to jail right now. Die in prison. Like what's his name? Malachi J. York or whatever his damn name is. I want to see my grandchildren, great-grandchildren. I just want to die peaceful. See, when you're a younger person, Farrakhan was in his 50s, I believe. In the 80s. He was in his 50s. He still had that fire. The older you get, the fire start dying. You know how it is. You get a candle, and it's real strong and bright at first. But as it goes down, and the wax start melting away, it start getting dimmer, dimmer, dimmer as it goes down. You don't want to go to no prison. You don't go to jail. Hell, you don't even want to be hollered at no more. Leave me alone. I just want to die. But Farrakhan is one of those kind of people that love the spotlight. They love the praise or whatever. So he has to be very, very sickly. And I'm not wishing no bad on nobody. That's just life. We live and we die. I was diagnosed with cancer in 2020. We live and we die. We get sick and die. I know you got the ultimate diet. I watch on Instagram and on YouTube and Facebook. All these people, don't eat this, don't eat that. I would never tell you to not try to eat as healthy as you can. But all this special diet or whatever, you're gonna die. And I'm looking at some of these people with these special diets, they look sick. All skinny and fragile looking, like, what the hell wrong with you? And there's no big group. They always talk about these diets. There's no big group of people that you can use an example. Well, we're all of us are 150 years old because of this diet. There's no group of people like that. There's individuals that's, look, my uncle, he ate out of trash cans. And he drank liquor every day. And he ate lots of pork. He didn't start getting sick until he got older. And he outlived everybody that had an insurance policy on him. And he almost was 90 years old. A lot of us, there's always exceptions to the rule. Like when I raised guppy fish, the average guppy fish live from 60, I think, to 90 days or something like that. They really don't live long. That's why they breed the way they do. But then I had a guppy that lived a whole year. I'm like, wow. There's always going to be exceptions to the rule. There's going to be one person or two or three that might live to be 120, 130. Who knows? But we're going to die because human beings have a lifespan. You can drink all the green water you want to, all the alkaline water you want to, eat all the watermelon juice and exercise. You are going to die. Human beings, all life on this planet has a lifespan. The average lifespan of people in the United States, I believe, for black folks, the average black woman lives to be, I think it's like 69, and the black man is like 60, 64 or something like that. Women always live longer than men. That's why a lot of people, when you get ready to retire around your 60s, next thing you know, you're dead. Most people don't even get a chance to enjoy their retirement because by the time they retire, it's time to die. And the Social Security Administration, these folks, the banks that hold your mortgage and all that, they already know that. That's why every day on TV, there's an ad on TV. Are you between the ages of 50 and 85? See, they stop at 85 because they know after 85, chances are you're going to die real quick. So, you ain't got that much longer. So they make it between, are you between the ages of 50 and 85? Because they know between 50 and 85, a lot of us not going to make it. Because we have lifespan. According to the Nation of Islam, there should be plenty of them from the 1930s living well right now. None of them are here. Louis Farrakhan got cancer. He's supposed to be doing the diet. Elijah Muhammad was sickly, and he's supposed to be doing the diet. And he barely made 80 years old. What's these other health gurus? What's his name? Alpha. I got his book. lay low on Africa. They said he died from cancer. His family, I guess they were ashamed to say what he died. He was a professional naturalist, whatever. He died from cancer. Didn't make 80. Dick Gregory did all that fasting and stuff, whatever. I was watching Dick Gregory talking all this crap about health, and you look like an old ass, dried up old ass man. I don't see nothing special about you. And he barely made it into his 80s too, I believe. He's dead. All these health gurus, what's his name? Dr. Sabi. Don't eat this, don't drink that, the alkaline of the water. His ass is dead too. Then they make up excuses. The government, we have a lifespan. And I don't care what you do, you're not going to avoid death. Now, you can take care of yourself and you will be a good-looking corpse in the casket. Or you'll be looking real good when they burn your ass up in that oven. We're going to die. This is the reason why people want to believe in the afterlife and the spiritual realms, whatever, because you are afraid to die. Look, what are you scared of? You didn't know nothing about this before you got here. You won't know nothing about it after. So what? It's like going to sleep peacefully. You never wake up. So what? Learn how to enjoy life. Learn how to live life. But we living with these violent ass demons. That's the reason why we can't enjoy our life. Greedy, selfish, destructive, lying, cheating, murderers all over the earth. That's why we can't enjoy our life. So we think swimming pools and movie stars and getting things, we think that's living. How can something non-living give you life? There's no joy, there's no happiness. You buy a brand new car, it just sit out there in the yard. It can't talk to you. Your house, your $1 million, $2 million, $300 million, it can't talk to you. We don't love life. We don't love people. Some of us don't even like animals. We don't want the birds to sing. We don't want the chickens to cluck. We don't want the dogs to bark. What the hell wrong with you? Oh, the bugs. Okay, bugs, but that's life. You're supposed to have bugs. It's life. You don't like mosquitoes, but that's living. That's part of life. Your bank account. You tripping on the non-living. And here we are. Here I am in the nation of Islam. And I'm taught these things. But the leadership living lavishly. They got to sit on gold chairs. This chair I'm sitting in what was like 50 bucks, 60 bucks or whatever. I don't need to sit in a gold chair. This chair is going to function just like a chair that you paid $2,000 for. We're stupid. Then you look out the window, look at the poor people. Why are they poor? Because of your ass. You don't give a damn about life. These children, some of them have to go to school, don't have proper lunch. And we got all these folks with money they'll never spend in a lifetime. And children starving. people homeless. What's wrong with you? But we think like them. What is that lifestyle? What do they call it? It's a lifestyle. And everybody do the work. You just lay on your ass. You just lay on your ass and get served. That's what they was doing to our ancestors in the South. That's what you want. Others do your work. What is that movie with Eddie Murphy? And he was a prince. And other people are I don't want you to give me no bath. Now when you get old and sick, when I was in the hospital, it was embarrassing for me, and those nurses had to give me a sponge bath and all like that. That's embarrassing. I don't want nobody giving me no bath. But that's for sick people, because I couldn't bathe myself. But when you're able, you should find pride. I can do this myself. I want to drive myself. I want to feed myself. But you got these clowns, because I'm better. I'm going to get me a slave. I'm going to pay somebody. Give me a bath. I want to wash my own car. I want to cut my own grass. I want to do my own thing. I don't need you. I don't need a slave. Because I'm better. I'm smarter. But that's how we do. That's how we do. We want to be like them. So I know in Elijah Muhammad, those brothers and sisters, I got to serve. Now, if you can't do it yourself, I understand. When you start getting some age, it's nice to have a little help. But when you can do for your own, you just want somebody to serve you. What the hell wrong with you? Now I want to say this. When I was locked up. See, I understand what Sonya and Massey went through or going through in the mental health system. I understand what Eric Muhammad, because he's dealing with the mental health system. I understand that. There are those, because they don't like what I say. I see why you was in the crazy house. I was in the crazy house because of an unjust system. I was in the crazy house because I could have been just like Sonya Massey and shot in the head. Nobody would have gave a damn. When I was locked up. Mental illness was not the problem. The problem with me was the suckers knew they messed up. And so now I'm going to try to make this person accept the garbage, the lies that I made up, because I don't want to look like a fool. It's not about mental illness. It's about it become a personal vendetta. You gonna do what I say, or I'm gonna keep you locked up the rest of your life. Who the hell you think you are? I had about 6 different doctors. Who gonna break me down? The same thing here on YouTube. Who gonna get this guy off YouTube? Tired of his mouth. I only have 10 subscribers. I only get 10 views. Why you want me off YouTube? countless people. Flag. Sending lies about me to YouTube. Then Google itself get involved. It becomes a personal vendetta to get rid of somebody, to make them bow down. No, I'm not going to help the Mississippi campaign. You need to come and join us. You bow down to us. It becomes personal. You think you smarter than me, Negro? You think you smarter than the Nation of Islam? You think you smarter than the new Black Panther Party? You think you smarter than Sonetta TV? You think you smarter and better, huh? So it becomes it's a personal vendetta. I don't want you to rise. I don't want you to do well. Because if I rise, it's going to expose how screwed up I am. That's why they don't want Angel Snupnup 7 to rise. That's why they don't want to support Mississippi campaign. Because if the Mississippi campaign is successful, like I know it will be or could be, it makes them look real bad. Well, I'm telling you, if it's not me, somebody gonna make you look bad. Because your day is over. All that 1930s, all that race garbage that you talk about, black people don't care about that race stuff no more. They don't care about black and the white. They don't want to hear that stuff no more. You might think so. It's a few. They don't want to hear it. Even with Sonya Massey, we still don't want to hear about the black and the white and the black and the black. What you gonna do about it? We keep talking. So what you gonna do? Nothing. All over YouTube. Well, Sonya Massey this and Sonya Massey that. All that stuff with George Floyd. What did you accomplish? Nothing. They didn't accomplish a damn thing. They scared of the black man. Scared of you for what? Nobody's scared of you. These people have drones. They have supersonic jets. They got tanks. What the hell they scared of you for? Ain't nobody scared of you. That's the lie you done told yourself. And you keep talking about God gonna do. When your God gonna show up? And these people not scared of God. They're not scared of aliens. Didn't you see Independence Day? When all those spaceships come out the sky, these folks went to war with the aliens. So if God came out the sky, you think they're going to be scared of God? What the hell? What's up? Check out. Right here in Missouri, especially with these Republicans, every other commercial, these white people, even the white women, got guns. Ta-ta-ta-ta. I take care of business. Pa-pow, pa-pow. That's how they think. They scared of you. These folks are armed. Our people twerking and getting drunk and watching a lot of YouTube videos. They taking their children out into the forest. They blowing up stuff, teaching them how to hunt and trap, all kinds of stuff like that. That's what like how to survive. Our children twerking. And you making these old fake ass family videos. I love my family. Then next week you hate each other. That's what we do. So there's a personal When I was locked up, it became a personal vendetta because I was rebellious. I refused to bow down to these pieces of trash. It had nothing to do with no mental illness because they knew I didn't have no damn mental illness. No, Negro, you supposed to bow down to me. I'm gonna teach you. They couldn't whoop me like they did Toby, but they did the best they could. They took my privileges away. They wouldn't let my family come and visit me. I never laid down. They couldn't break me. I told them I'd rather be dead than bow down to you. And when I said that, they showed me the cemetery where they was planning on burying me, which they don't use it no more, but you get the idea. Where you want to be buried at. And the black people, a lot of them, they was laughing and giggling. They enjoyed it because my oppression made them feel better in their life because they're nothing. Because they're nothing. A lot of people like to see you suffer because they're nothing. It makes them feel better in their life. But I took it. And I survived. So I know what I'm made of. I know what I would do. All these people talking and running their mouth, trying to be tough and bad. I know what I would do. I've been tested. I've been there. I remember when there was a false bomb threat at Tariq Nasheed's house. And the police came to his door. And you ought to see how he groveled. He didn't want to be, he didn't want no part of that kind of action. But see, when you're in the struggle, when you're real, that's what you're going to have to deal with. You make mockery of Dr. King, but you don't have to live knowing somebody want to blow your brains out like that. Malcolm X had to live knowing somebody want to blow his brains out. That's a stressful life. I lived under great stress for 10 years. But I refused to bow down. I tried to do it. I tried to do it. I tried to bow down. I tried to submit. I couldn't do it. I couldn't hold the lie. That's why I was locked up for 10 years, because I refused to submit to the damn lie. Not because of mental illness. And I had to find a way to fight my way out, because God wasn't doing a damn thing for me. And there's people here on social media. They want to see you go down. Even though you only have 10 subscribers and get 10 views, they want you to fail. This is our reality. And so we praying for the great white hope, or the great biracial lady hope, whatever she is. Kamala gonna save us. Donald Trump don't save us. You still have a child mindset. You don't think like a free people. You don't move like a free people. All that big shot African pro-black talk, that don't mean nothing. Ain't nobody impressed. People only impressed by tangibles. What do you produce? What can we see? all these great speeches and talk. Nobody don't give a damn about that. I'm ready to get out of here. The last topic I want to talk about I want to talk about love. And the reason why I want to talk about love for a few minutes is because I've been on social media messing around. We're actually interacting with some of these guys. Some of them are followers of the late Kevin Samuels, and they listen to Tommy Sotomayor, all that anti-woman, hate black woman. I'm better. Women are emotional. I've never met no more emotional men than right here on YouTube social media. Don't you talk about how emotional. You can't talk to these guys a few minutes like Mr. God that was on our program. Look how upset. Look how he fell apart. You gonna tell me about how emotional women are? Look how you act. I gave this man an hour and a half to talk. Then he want to cut me off, then get angry because I wouldn't let him cut me off like that. Then he started breaking it down, got them using profanity. Mr. God. He's a God. The number 7. Oh, that's really? Really? Crying. Shout out to our sister, Rashida Strober, world's first dark-skinned activist. She says, you are a modern-day hero, whether you know it or not. A lot of folks couldn't take what you took. Thank you, Sister Rashida. And shout out to Lunch Break Chronicles. And shout out to our people listening to us on Facebook. Shout out to Brother Freddie. Brother Freddie Scott, Facebook. Shout out to our people on Facebook, Angel Snubbed Up 7 YouTube, and of course Reality's Tip on Earth Internet Ministry here. We're going to go ahead and wrap it up. I want to talk about love. See, a lot of us have not experienced love. We have a lot of us have a fantasy of what we think love's supposed to be. A lot of us do. It has nothing to do with money. It really don't have nothing to do with looks. It's this connection that you have with a person simply because you like them. I remember my first experience with love, and some of you probably have done this too. I fell in love with my teacher. I was in the 3rd grade, I think, 4th grade or something like that. And I fell in love with my teacher, Miss Steptoe. Miss Steptoe was probably a little younger than my mother, probably, I guess. I love Miss Steptoe. See, love is when you see somebody. I can't wait to go to school. I want to see Miss Steptoe. I want to hear Miss Steptoe's voice. I want to watch Miss Steptoe when she walks. See, that's what love is. You can't wait till your body trembles and get upset when you hear their voice and when your eyes see them. I don't know how much money Miss Steptoe have. I don't know if she have a house and a car. I don't know. I just know I like Miss Steptoe. That's all I know. We come up in an age where we use the word love, but we're not really in love. We are in lust, and we like somebody because of their status. How much money you got? Are you the mayor? What kind of car you drive? And there might be a little, you might like this person to a certain point. That's why the divorce rate in this country is probably, I believe, over 50%. Because a lot of folks, they marry not for love, for business purposes. It's a business. So if you marry for money, if you marry because she got a nice body, why are you expecting all this beautiful stuff? You cannot have your cake and eat it too. You want to marry somebody based on a lie, but you want the fairy tale life. You're not going to get the fairy tale life when your marriage is not based upon, because see, love don't require money. When people love each other, they can live in a shack and be happy in that shack with them and their children and their dog Scruffy, and won't miss a beat because I love this man, I love this woman. And if we become rich overnight because my husband won the lottery, nothing changed. I love you. Love is missing in the family. We're supposed to love each other because you're my brother, you're my sister, you're my cousin. But our families are dysfunctional because we're caught up in the things where we become selfish. You don't even hear about family reunions like you used to. There's no love, not even respect. Once the older people die, then that's the end of the family reunions, because the older people was the only ones that had the love. I got to keep this together. This is my blood. Then the only thing we worried about is my personal biological blood. What about your cousins, your first cousin, second cousin, third cousin? We don't care nothing about all that. Look what I got. Y'all poor, I'm rich. I got an education. You don't have an education. The family structure, we don't even know who is who. How the hell you gonna go all the way back to Africa and you don't even know your cousin that lived right across the damn street? That's what pissed me off. Don't tell me about, you related to Africa or you related to some Native American and you don't even know your people that's right around the corner. We don't have no love. We don't even have pretend love. So these guys on the Kevin Samuels and they listen to Tommy Sotomayor, these men don't teach you how to love. They don't tell you what love is. Because money is not a requirement to love. Love don't care whether you're rich or poor. Love don't care if you got one eye, one hand, that you can't talk. When you love somebody, you love them. I remember there was a dog before I got my own pet. I used to play with the neighbor's dog. I was in love with that dog. And I treated that dog just like that dog was my own. There was the neighbor's dog. And one day, the dog got hit by a car. And the dog was missing. What happened to the dog? After the dog got hit by the car, it crawled under our house and died. And the neighbor wanted to come and get the dog so he could bury the dog. And I told him no. I'm going to crawl under there and get my friend that I love. And I'm going to bury this dog, my friend. And I crawled under there, grabbed that dog, and took him out and buried that dog because I was in love with that dog. I'm going to do this. Wasn't even my dog. But this is an example of love. There's a difference between love and being a fanatic. There are people that say, I love the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. No, you don't. You are fanatic. That's not love. You say love, but you really a fanatic. You really don't love him. And there's a difference between lust and being a fanatic. No, you don't love that woman. You like her butt. And then you hope that you can change her mind so that you can have her butt. You don't love her. You love her backside. You love that you can brag to your friends. Look what kind of woman I was able to pull. That's what you love. You don't love her. That's why the real you come out in the marriage. And she become your slave. And you start mistreating her. And it can be vice versa. Because it's not about love. Because love is mutual respect. Love is equality. Because I want the person that I love to be happy. I don't want my person that I love to be miserable. I want the person that I love, when they wake up in the morning, they can't wait to see me. When I get off from work and they hear my footsteps, woo, the person I love is home. Not because that's my slave, because that's the one I love. I'm going to cook you this food because I love you. I want you to have a decent meal. Because I love you. I go to work because I love my children. I love my wife. They don't owe me nothing. I'm doing this because of my love. I want them to have the things that they need. I don't need those things. As long as they have, I don't care about myself. This is what you do when you love. I don't hear that mindset from these men. These men have a slave. I'm a slave owner. And she's my slave. These children are my slave. I don't hear it. They don't even talk, they don't even say the word love. I want to marry her. I like her because I love her. It's a business relationship. It's something I'm supposed to do. I'm going to build this fantasy life for myself. Then they talk about the 1940s and the 1950s. A lot of that was not real. There are many people who actually live a nice, happily married life. Then there are fake marriages. It looked like they happy. A lot of people are together because of a business, because of religion, because you know in religion, God don't like divorce. So they stay together because God don't like divorce. You stay together for the sake of the children. Like I heard something in reference to Beyonce saying something like that, basically. I got to do this. I got to stay with Jay-Z because for the sake of the children, because they can have a father in the house or whatever. But you miserable. And the children gonna see that you miserable. They're gonna see that it's not real. You're only fooling yourself. But there are people, I'm doing this for the sake of the children. Then when the children get a certain age, all of a sudden it's a divorce. When they wanted to divorce a long time ago. Because the marriage never was real to begin with. You cannot make yourself love somebody. You cannot make somebody love you. If I meet this woman right here, I cannot make her love me. You cannot make somebody love you. These men think because I have a car, I got an education, I'm a nice guy. Oh, they supposed to just fall in love. That ain't how life works. Love is just a connection. It's just a feeling that you get. And you like somebody. You can't buy it. When you really love somebody. You think about them all the time. You look at their picture on your phone. You hear their voice and they're not even around. And you don't want to make them angry because you love. I want you to be happy. I want to be happy. There's a mutual respect. You're not my slave. But that's what these men want. They want a slave. You don't want a wife. You don't want a girlfriend. You want some kind of slave. And if you're a man and you really love your woman and your children, then you work. I don't give a damn if it's picking up cans. You don't lay down and let your woman take the burden for your children. You do what you gotta do. And I don't mean steal, because you're no good in jail or somebody put a bullet in your damn dome. They use that as an excuse. Well, I would have took care of my children, but I went to jail. No, you wanted to go to jail. Now you don't have to worry about those children. Because let's get real. A lot of men don't give a damn about children. Except the fact they want to brag about it. Because that's the only way you can feel like a man. Because you didn't take control of a state. You ain't did nothing to help black people in the last 50 years. You have no real accomplishments. So the only way you can feel like a man is, look at all these children I got. Because you done found some dumb, thirsty, desperate woman who probably is a drunk like you are, reefer smoker just like you are, that suffer low self-esteem like you are, and y'all made these babies for nothing. Knowing that you have nothing to provide can give these children. You can't teach them nothing, you can't do nothing for them. But the only way you can feel like a woman and the only way you can feel like a man, I gotta spit out some babies. Otherwise, I don't feel like a woman. I don't feel like a man. Has nothing to do with love. What's love got to do with it? I know a relative of mine, been married over 20-some years, a fake marriage. Soon as the children got 18, whatever, 17, divorce. It was a fake marriage to begin with. From the very beginning, they never loved each other. Some people get together because of convenience. I got a ding-a-ling, you got a putty. I need to do a little. I want some in-house putty. You want some in-house ding-a-ling. Has nothing to do with love. But they will say it. I love her. No, you just love the putty. It's at home. You don't have to go around chasing it. It's right there. And she liked the ding-a-ling at home. And then you get tired of it a little bit, and he'll go cheat, and then she'll go cheat, because it ain't about love. It's about a business arrangement. None of these relationships that you got are going to end well when they're not real to begin with. And a lot of us already know from the very beginning there's no real love. Because when a person loves you, they don't give a damn what you got. If a woman loves you, she even love your corny ass jokes. You're not Eddie Murphy. You're not Eddie Murphy. You don't tell jokes. But when she love you, your corny ass jokes. That's so funny. You should be a comedian. Cause she love you. Everything you do. I love it. When you love her, she don't have to be the best cook in the world. That's a little hard, baby. It's just a little hard. You getting better though. I might have a few teeth left over before the year's out. But you tolerate those things. It don't make no difference because you're in love. You don't have to have a lot of money. We gonna make it. Don't have to worry about it. When you're in love. A lot of us don't know, we never experienced love. The only thing we know is talk about it. We never really loved it. But an example of love is like puppy love that I had from my teacher. Because I was in love with Miss Steptoe. Woo! You know I was, because I'm still talking about Miss Steptoe. Then I found out Miss Steptoe was married. Woo! I was angry. And Mr. Steptoe was our track coach. He wanted me to, I didn't want nothing to do with Mr. Steptoe. You got my woman. I didn't like Mr. Steptoe. You got my woman. I couldn't wait to go to school. I missed Steptoe. And I remember the first young girl I had a crush on. And I talk about her all the time. And I had a crush. See, love is like what Steve Urkel, I'm going to say this and get out of here. Love is like what you had, it's like Steve Urkel. Some of these guys will call Steve Urkel a simp. Steve Urkel loved Laura Winslow. Eventually, Laura Winslow fell in love with Urkel, but she was caught up in what the world, what the society, oh, Steve Urkel, he's a nerd. She was caught up in that. Clearly, Steve Urkel was a good man for Laura Winslow. But she couldn't see that. But Steve Urkel never gave up on Laura. And Steve Urkel made sure he was Laura's friend. I'm going to get Laura Winslow one day. It took Steve Urkel years and years, but he finally got Laura Winslow. I believe that's how it went. And he even got Laura Winslow as, what's his name? He changed to Stefan Urkel, whatever his name. He still got Laura Winslow. He never gave up on her. And see, that's another thing. When you in love, if you want somebody like that, they might not like you like that at first. But you got to stay in the cut. You got to stay in the game. And things might change. But you don't. You want instant love because I got money. I got an education. I'm a nice guy. So what? You cannot make nobody like you like that. Unless you want one of these fake ass relationships. And most of these relationships and things that we see around, it is fake. It's not real. And if that's what you want, go ahead. Then you want to get on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram and cry about it. That's your fault. Because you don't know, nobody really sat down and taught you. You really don't understand. You never really been in love before. That's all you know is business relationship and how things should be. This is 2024. These women don't have to wait on you to take care of them. This is 2024. Many of these women can get their own job. They don't need your damn money. They can take care of themselves. Then there are those who want more. I want my money and your money. There's all kinds of folks out here. But see, you don't know what love is, so you miss the connection. And then, while you complain, there might be some girl, but maybe her hair is a little nappy. She too short. She ain't built right. And you're not interested in her. But she loves you. But you got this fantasy life. You got this. So you put yourself in position for this fake love relationship, and you expect it to be all holy and righteous, but it was not built on that foundation. You got the money, she got the booty, or she got the booty and the money, or whatever it is, business relationship that y'all got. You don't want the woman that accepts you and like you for who you are. I'm going to say this and we're going to get out of here. There was an episode. Let me get a drink real quick. We're going to close this out. There was an episode of Good Times. And Michael fell in love with this young girl. And he said that he wasn't good enough for her or whatever. And he was basically, and that's just the way you guys are. You don't know how to talk to women. You scared and you shied up and you really don't. You talk all this stuff behind an avatar and you can talk and run your damn mouth, but in person, you don't know how to express yourself like that. Especially in front of a female. And you scared of rejection. That's life. There's plenty fish in the sea. If this one don't want you, the other one might. Who knows? That's life. You can't be scared to be of rejection. But a lot of you guys are. You want that woman, oh, you got a house, you got a car. You seem to be a good guy. That's not life. That's not going to happen. It's very rare that you're going to meet some woman and she's going to look at you, oh, you the perfect, you husband material. That's not life. That's not how life goes. And you on social media talking about all these ignorant people. There's a lot of ignorant women And that's who you talking about. If you don't want to deal with them, why are you talking about them? We know what kind of men they like. They like Pookie and Ray Ray. They like the alcohol drinkers. They like the gangbangers. Some women like that kind of stuff. So you have to know how to. It's like going fishing. It's according to what kind of fish that you're trying to get. You got to put on the proper bait. See, these are the things that Kevin Samuels, Tommy Sotomayor, the Black Authority, whatever, all these hoodlums, they're not telling these guys. Sometimes you got to change in order to get what you want, like you do on your job. A lot of you know you on your job is much different than when you get home. You're a different person when you get home. When you're on your job, you're a different person. And then when you go home, you can be who you really are. You got to be able to change. But there was this episode with Michael Evans and JJ. Michael was shy. He didn't know how to talk to the girl. And actually the girl was putting herself in a position so he could, like we said in the hood, put that Mac on him. Woo! Do you know, if I ever get a chance, woo! The Mac is on. Woo! I would have to show you, boy, you can't. Y'all don't know. See, these guys don't. You're crying and you're whining. Woo! You got to know how to get your Mac on. So the young girl come over to, some of you have seen this episode. The young girl comes over to Michael, the Evans house. Michael shy. But JJ is just being who he is. And she talking about, I want to leave. And JJ was like, no, you don't need to go nowhere. And he just slowly, smoothly took the girl's coat off. She said, that's cool. And JJ said, of course. They were just smooth. And she didn't say nothing about it. She was ready to leave. Until JJ was being JJ. Just being who he was. And the young girl, like JJ, was lively. JJ was just being JJ. Michael was like scared to death. She's like, he's scared to death. What you scared of? I'm hot cool. So the young girl started, liking JJ. Because of, his personality. Because of his personality. Because of his personality. And see, the young girl, what Michael didn't understand was, if the young girl like you, it don't make no difference how you act, what you say. She like you. Just be yourself. You don't have to be JJ. So Michael, because the young girl was liking JJ, Michael punched JJ in the stomach. You remember the episode? Because JJ was being just JJ. But Florida had to tell Michael, look how you was acting. All scary, all cold. So she was attracted to JJ because JJ was just being himself and he was lively. Entertaining. Women like being entertained. Women like to laugh. There's nothing to laugh at. You go to these sites with these guys, they all angry, frustrated, all upset. I wouldn't want to be around you either. You don't even want to be around yourself. Nobody want to be around that. Even other men wouldn't want to be around you. Angry, upset. What's your problem? When I was growing up, there was something called the dozens. And the dozens, you talking about each other. But, in a funny way. We talk about each other. It's a way of having fun. We call it joning. The dozens are joning. Joning each other. We get together, even now. We just make little jokes or whatever. Make people like to laugh with each other, have a good time with one another. Y'all act like robots. You act like you're not alive. You act like you want to be too serious. But your life is a joke. Ain't nothing serious about you. You're pitiful. Open your mouth. Bring some life into yourself. Hell, I could get with Terry right now and tell her about this live stream and have a good conversation. You don't know how to talk with nobody. You know how to write foolishness in a chat room, but you don't know how to talk to a human being. There's a difference in writing some garbage in a chat room and talking to a living human being. And that's what you don't know how to do. You know how to make demands and tell people what you want, but you don't know how to talk to nobody. So Florida told Michael she liked JJ because JJ was lively. JJ was just being himself. You all cold and scary. Just be yourself. So the next day, the young girl come over. So Michael decided to try to act like JJ. What's up, baby? I'm the coolest of the cool. And turning around, ooh, baby, you sure looking good. Now you being fake. You trying to be JJ. She said, what's wrong with you? Yesterday, you was all scary and froze up and cold. Now you jumping around like some kind of peacock and running around. She said, why don't you be yourself? And yourself is probably a really cool person. So it seems as though the young girl liked Michael anyway. But Michael didn't know what to do with her. Y'all don't know what to do. Complaining on social media don't help you none. You don't know how to talk. You don't know how to be yourself. And if she don't like you, somebody will. There's somebody out there for everybody. If you looking, many of you don't even look. You just think you're supposed to come out here and somebody's supposed to see you. Oh, you got a good education, you got a nice house. You'll be a good husband for me. That ain't how things work. You gotta talk, you gotta communicate. She's alive. She's not a blow-up doll. Talk to the woman that's your type. Why are you trying to talk to Shaquita and Lanita, whoever these ratchet type women, whoever? If that's not your type, what you want? What you trying to talk to them for? Because they got a big booty? They got to show their big breasts out there? What are you messing with them for? So the whole thing is fake because she don't like you like that. And you really don't like her like that. So the whole thing is fake anyway. So you starting off fake. A lot of these relationships is fake. It's based upon lust, money, and folks playing sick ass games in the name of love. And above all, how can you love somebody and you don't love yourself? If you don't love you, how can you love her? And you don't love you. Because ain't nobody better than me. And I don't put nobody above me. I love me. And a lot of you really don't even love yourself. You don't like how your nose is. You don't like your lips, how your body shape. You don't even love yourself. I only make the minimum wage. You don't even like yourself. So if you don't like yourself, you think other people around you don't feel that? And so you get taken advantage of. Then you really get angry. They use me. And in reality, you was using them. You just got the bad end of the stick. Because it's not real. There was a song by the Supremes. Don't hurry, love. You don't have to hurry it. You in a rush. Because your ding-a-ling gets stiff. And that's what a lot of the problem is. Your ding-a-ling talk to you. You can't wait for love. You can't wait for nobody. I want it now because my ding-a-ling stiff. And then when you get caught up in the situation that your ding-a-ling put you in, you want to blame everybody except yourself. You don't look at your ding-a-ling and what you did. Now you got a baby you don't want. Now you involved with a woman that you don't want. Because you listen to the ding-a-ling because your ding-a-ling got stiff. And your boys tell you, when was the last time you had some putty tap? And you feel ashamed. So you go out here, tap it. Then you get tapped. It ain't my baby. Then you're on paternity court and all this foolishness. You don't want to accept responsibility for what you have done. Because the Supreme say, don't hurry, love. But you was in a hurry. I got to get my dang-a-lang on. Because you want to brag to other men about your sexual escapades. But when you get caught up, none of your boys is around. When the child support man start knocking at your door. All these guys that was giving you the high five, how much putty tap you got last night, ain't none of them around when the child support man come. Ain't none of them around when Shaquita said, when you gonna come pick up your babies? And you don't like her and you don't like the baby either. A lot of these men lie. They don't want nothing to do with no children. The only thing you have to do is go to family court and you don't see no men, lies of men. I want my children. I want the custody. You happy to live your bachelor single life. You know damn well you got 12 children still running around here acting like you single and don't have no children. Because a lot of these men are connected to the ding-a-ling. That's who doing the talking. The ding-a-ling. And then they want to feel like a victim. Yes. See, everybody has to be held responsible for your action. A man cannot make a baby by himself. A woman cannot make a baby by themselves. So responsibility and accountability is for those who came together and made this child. Both are responsible. If you don't want a child, this is 2024. Lots of ways. You can get a vasectomy and be done with it. You can't control yourself. There's a lot of people don't want children. They don't have any children either. What is it? You make your bed, you lie in it. You knew that woman, what she was about, but you had to satisfy your ding-a-ling. Oh, she do this. You knew what she was going to do when you did the do. You knew. And she knew the same. Don't be complaining about him because you knew the same thing about him. But the only thing on y'all mind was ding-a-ling and the poo-tang. That's the only thing that was on your mind. So my advice to these guys, instead of complaining and whining and all this crying, I'm going to get the statistics and talk about people being, all of us are guilty of these behaviors. Ain't nobody better than nobody. Because we're all guilty. America promotes promiscuity, fornication, and adultery. It promotes that in the movies, in the music. It calls women the B words and the H words, and it encourages irresponsible behavior. So what the hell you expect? So that means you gotta be better so that you don't fall into the trap. Don't hurry love. And when you're looking for love, understand what love is. Remember puppy love that you had from Miss Steptoe. That's the way you should feel for this woman. The same way that you felt for Miss Steptoe, you should feel for this woman. If you don't feel that, she's not the right one. Some of you have not even had puppy love. Woo! Haven't even had puppy love. The only thing you ever had was this idea of what it's supposed to be. The only thing you know about is you call lust. Talking to your ding-a-ling. You call that love. I could be wrong. I'm not a relationship expert like Kevin Samuels. I don't know women like Tommy Sotomayor or the Black Authority and all these guys that you listen to. And look at their life. Look at them. What kind of relationship Tommy Sotomayor had? What kind of relationship Kevin Samuels had? Look at these people. They can't even do nothing for themselves, but they out here telling you the women this and the women that, and you listen to this because you scary like Michael Evans. Instead of being yourself, love yourself, open up, learn how to bring life to yourself, raise yourself from the dead, learn how to talk, and you'll see things change. Be real with yourself. And don't be in a damn hurry because your ding-a-ling busting your zipper open. That's only going to lead to trouble. And crying on the internet is not going to stop child support. Crying on the internet is not going to stop those children. They need shoes. They need diapers. They need college tuition. That's not going to change nothing that coming on YouTube crying about women do this, women do that. But if you did not do that, there would be no crying because you would have no children. Let Felicia go on about her business and you go on about yours. But when you bring children to the world, you are connected to her. And you done that. And she done that. And in extreme cases, people end up getting murdered in extreme cases. And we don't want that for you. See, misery loves company. And so all the miserable guys go to these groups because they done had bad relationships or they don't have no relationship at all, and they all get together and the women do this. It's so embarrassing. Because I'm a nerd myself. Steve Urkel is a nerd. But Steve talk. And Steve just kept being who Steve was. What are you looking for? Don't hurry love. Because if you do, keep listening to Ding-a-ling, the consequences, the results is not going to be good. And hollering and crying in these groups not going to change nothing. Except make you more sick. More prone to be one of these suckers that go out here and try to kill somebody. Which some of them actually have. Yes, they have. White and black men have done it. So one thing I'm telling you, take your time, love yourself first, and then open your mouth. Be lively. Learn how to talk with her. And if she's giving the wrong vibe, go somewhere else. Don't get angry. She don't like me. So what? Go to the next one. Why don't you give the woman that you really don't like, give her a chance. No, she don't have the shape. No, she don't have the big boobs you want. But she might be the one that really love you till death do you part. On that note, let's get out of here. Thank you for listening. I want to say this. I'm probably the only one who say this. I could be wrong. I could be in error. Everything that I said in the last 2 some hours, I could be wrong. I could be off base, whatever. I'm willing to listen. If you make sense, you gotta make sense. If it sounds logical or whatever, I can get with that. Don't bring me nonsense. I can't get with fantasy and fictions and stuff that don't make any sense. I can't do that no more. But I could be in error. And if I'm in error and I refuse to accept right, please forgive me. Maybe I might learn, because I want to be right. I want to walk the best walk I can walk. That's where I am in my life at this time. I want to do the best. I want to win. I don't want a fake win. I want to win for real. I don't want to give no big, pretty speeches. How beautiful and how bad I know. I want to bring you tangibles. That's why I say, whoever will listen, present to them our vision, what we call Operation Exodus Mississippi Campaign. Let them hear that proposal so they can decide. People cannot make a decision on something they don't know nothing about. Once we tell them, it's out of our hands. But they can't say, we didn't know. can guarantee you, there's nothing that can come close to Operation Exodus Mississippi campaign. Is it perfect? No. You can make it perfect. You can make it work. But I know that this foundation and this strategy is how we need to go. I know that. And it can put you in the position we should have been long time ago. And now is the time. But like I say earlier in our conversation, a lot of us, we're not real anyway. We're just here for entertainment because we're living comfortable. We're living a good, comfortable life. As long as the white man don't shit us in the face when we tell him, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus, we all right. As long as he leave us alone like that. We just want to get old and die peacefully. I want to see my grandkids. That's all. I want to be happy. When you get off work, get your glass of wine and, chill out in front of the TV. That's all. You don't care if the white man is in charge. You don't care if these white folks are unjust. You don't care about the hell your ancestors been through for the last 300 years. You don't care as long as you happy. And you don't give a damn about what happens to your grandchildren as long as you can see a few of them now. But you don't care nothing about their future because they still will be under the rule and the control of these people who is rotten. You don't love nobody, not even yourself. Because our ancestors is ourself. And your future, your children in the future, that's ourself. And you don't care really whether they live or die as long as you got yours. And that's just the reality of things. Mine, as long as I'm happy, mine. And we will get what's yours. On that note, thank you for listening. Again, shout out to everybody that participated in the live stream tonight. Shout out to Lunch Break Chronicles again. Our sister Rashida and Brother Tracy, Freddie Scott on our Facebook and others. I can't see everybody there. If I miss anybody, please excuse me. Thank you for listening. Share the video. If you want to make an Angel Snutting Up channel, please feel free to do so. Share the video, subscribe, all that type of good stuff. And until the next live stream, as our ancestor Dr. Cornelius used to always say as in parting, we wish you love, peace, and soul. And we are Audi 5000.